Super Goat here, and welcome to the very first of my X-Wing Miniatures video battle reports. In these I'm trying to strike a balance between watching a whole game in real time and the quick snippet battle reports that people often post after tournaments. This is being shot with a GoPro set to time-lapse mode with a shot every 2 seconds. This tournament that I'm at here is the Battleground Hobbies in Abington tournament. It's a summer kit tournament on September 10th, 2016. The list that I'm running, which you can see on the left there, is my setup. Palp Defenders, so we've got Palpatine in the Omicron Group Pilot, then Countess Ryad with Push the Limit, TIE X7 and TIE Mark II engines, and finally Vessery with X7 title, Crackshot, and Mark II engines. And the reason for that instead of Juke is that I've gotten stress onto Vessery a couple times, and it's really hard to shed without those banks. And without being able to do a green K turn. So, on my right we have Evan, my first opponent for the day. He's flying Rebels. So he has, Eden Vril with, I believe it is Kanan on there, and also Tactical Jammer to make it obstructed whenever I shoot through him. Then we have Wes Jensen with R3A2, Integrated Astromech, and I believe Veteran Instincts. And then finally there's Biggs with probably R4D6 and once again Integrated Astromech. I'm going to begin with the setup, and I try to set up in this corner over here and leave myself some nice open spaces that still leave some blockage to force my opponent into particular alleys. So he set up for a joust, and let me get through the first round of of movement. So here we are into turn 2, and you can see that we are purely in joust mode, which I thought fantastic because hey, I'm playing a jousting list. Unfortunately, you can see there are 4 dice rolling at me with 4 hits on them, and I am forced to spend everything I've got. That was Wes firing a proton torpedo at Vessery, and it looks like he dodged it all, but he took stress in the process. You can see my shield tokens are in the little holders. Here we're checking range, or rather obstruction through Eden, and now I had to spend Palp in order to avoid something, but shields are down on Vessery. And then 2 damage on Vessery. So he focused Vessery very nicely. I got some lousy defense rolls, and down to just 1 hull remaining on Vessery after round 1 of combat. And he took some damage too, of course, on Biggs, but that was a bad exchange, not the way I wanted it to go. So he has a couple stressed ships now because he's done a K turn, and so we get through a couple more rounds here without anything really happening. Some damage going into Biggs, but my ships remaining pretty much unscathed. Although shields actually looks, we can look and see in the corner there, shields are down on the shuttle and 1 damage on the shuttle, so 4 hull remaining. Let's take a second to look at the setup. So Ryad and Vessery are pointed in, and the trick is where are they going to go now? And going to finish off Biggs there. Eden Vril trying once again to shoot Vessery, not successful there, but moving himself into range 1. That was a bump with Ryad onto Eden Vril, and Palp is off the table. Do a K turn, hoping to get Wes in front of Ryad, but it didn't happen. But a bump happened, so whatever. She's not taking any shots, and neither is Vessery, who is safely skirting the outsides, looking for a good opportunity to dart in, but not too anxious to put himself into any danger. And you can see I did a K turn there, hoping to find some damage to put onto Wes, and Vessery is turning in to attack as well. And no damage from Wes's shot onto Ryad, but stress is delivered nonetheless. And there we go. Between Ryad and Vessery, we take Wes off the table, but Ryad also has shields down now, so no damage, no hull damage on Ryad, but shields down. Once again, being careful with Vessery, so keeping him out of range that shot. We got just bumps, which I was perfectly happy with, because no shots is fine with me. And it looks like, by the way, shields down on Eden Vril, but no damage, no hull damage yet. And an obstructed 4 shot there, and nothing for Ryad. So now banking in with Vessery, and this is, I think, the very last round of the game, but there may be one remaining after this, and fully token stacked, but there's a target lock on Vessery, and he took a range 3 shot. He got 2 hits, and I had 4 dice, full token stack, rolled all blanks, and with 1 hull remaining, Vessery took 1 damage out of that and was taken off the board. So we end the game with a win for me because of half damage on Eden Vril. It was something like a 10-point win, however. So very poor MOV, but a win nonetheless. So that is game 1, and I'm going to do each video in a separate game, so we will check that out in the next one.